25 more days until my scheduled C-section. So today I want to focus on getting my daughter's room back together. She's been sleeping in our room for the past year and a half, well, since she's been born, and her room is turned into a mini storage closet. Since I'm so close to my due date, I should be resting instead of nesting, but it's hit me hard. The nesting, I mean. I literally have like 100 projects that I want to finish, and none of them are small. But today I'm just going to start with one of the easiest projects on my list. The one thing that's great about having a baby a year after you've already had a baby is you have so much baby stuff already. In the beginning, I really was hoping that we would have another girl because then we really wouldn't have to buy anything at all. But we're having a boy. So now my goal is to just sort through the clothes that we already have and see what's unisex and get the rest ready for donating. Unpacking this closet really made me feel like I was at the circus. You know that clown car? The one that just keeps pouring out clown after clown after clown. Like, how did I pack in all this stuff into that closet? I don't understand. But here we are. And when people tell you don't buy your baby a whole bunch of clothes, especially new stuff, my daughter grew so fast that she didn't even get to go through all of the clothes that she had. There were so many unopened packages of clothes, items, baby stuff. Like, don't buy a lot of new stuff. You don't need it. So now that I've emptied out the closet and her dresser, I just need to get all of these other baby swings, the bassinet, and all these other big bulky items out of here and moved into some other space. I thought about giving the bassinet away because it was pink and I really wanted a darker colored one for my son, but I decided that I'm just going to do a DIY and dye it. Now here we are, the space is empty, just needs to be touched up with a little bit of vacuuming, some wiping down the dust, but we can actually see the walls again, so I love that for her. Now it's time to put her down for a nap while I go and sort through all of these clothes and just watch her on the baby monitor. Watching this back, it doesn't seem like I did a lot, but after cleaning out her room and sorting through all of these clothes, I am exhausted. My husband is always laughing at me because at the end of the day, I'll be like, I didn't do anything, but I'm so tired. And he's like, well, duh, you're growing a baby. But I don't know. Is it just me? I feel so lazy these days, and I know I'm growing a baby, and that takes a lot of energy, but I feel like I should be doing more. At this point, your girl is really just surviving. But I figured while I'm going through the clothes to find the unisex items, I might as well just sort it by size as well. I decided I'm going to save a few of these pieces so that I could have them turned into bears. If you guys know somebody that does that, send me their link. Of course, when I finish and I think I can take a nap, my daughter wakes up. Like they know. But here's all the unisex items I found in the pile, and the rest are ready for somebody else's baby. There are 24 more days until my scheduled C-section. I was so serious when I said I had 100 projects to do on my list. This is one of the bigger ones. I don't know why, but I just feel the urge to rearrange my entire room. So here I am, 9 months pregnant, trying to get this done before hubby gets home. Because will he do it? Of course he would. But I'm a Taurus. I want to do it. So I'm not going to let this stop me. I will do all the booty bumps necessary to shove this bed into the next area that I want it to go to after this water break. Is it just me, or do we become fish when we're pregnant? And it has to be ice water. It cannot be room temperature. At this point, I've started to regret my decision, but then I start to make some progress and I see hope again. While moving the bed, I start to notice the walls, and I really hate the color of these walls. Can I paint them? Would that be realistic? I really might have to add that to the list of things to do. Oh, thank God, I finally got this bed in place. A victory dance is mandatory. I mean, it only took me like 2 hours and 15 water breaks. To be honest, moving this mattress back in place was actually harder than moving the bed. Great, now I can take a nap. Never mind, the toddler heard my bones begin to rest, so time to get up and vacuum. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I thought today was for sure going to be an unproductive day, but I got a lot done. As you can see, hubby made it home and told me to go sit down, which I did gladly. He arrived just in time because I was really side-eyeing those nightstands and that dresser. Now that everything's in place, you'd think I'd be done, but no, I'm not. Still have about 15 other things that I want to do in here. Starting with shampooing this carpet. But your girl is done for the day. I'm tired. See y'all tomorrow. There are 23 more days until my scheduled C-section. My energy is pretty low and I don't have any motivation to get any of the big projects done. I'm really just kind of moseying my way throughout this day. I still have a lot I want to do in my bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen, but that'll be another day's problem. This is my third and last pregnancy, and this is one of the days that I have to remind myself it's okay to take it slow, to let myself soak it all in and enjoy these moments. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sound like a Hallmark card. So anyways, the dishes are done, but not really because there will be more later. For all my pregnant and postpartum mommies, what supplements did you take? I keep my routine pretty basic, but even this seems like too many steps for me. And why do they make these prenatal pills so huge? Literally have us out here swallowing pebbles. And for this one, they tried to make this iron taste good, but pretending it's a shot and I'm on a beach makes it go down easier. Mom, if you're watching this, I mean grape juice. God's juice. Communion. Amen. Also, I could really go for a cold cut sandwich right now. I know it's random, but it's been on my mind for a few days. And by a few days, I mean since I found out I was pregnant and couldn't have cold cuts again. The toddler is officially awake and my nap window is closed, but I live for these cuddles. Since I've decided not to be productive, I might as well catch up on Love is Blind. Bum it out on the couch with my mini until hubby and the oldest get home. Yummy? Is it yummy? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There are 22 days until my scheduled C-section. This trip to Luca's nursery is actually from a while ago. I didn't do any filming yesterday, so I pulled this one from my drafts. This is one of the largest plant nurseries, and it's located in Oviedo, Florida. I love plants and gardening a lot, so hubby took me here for a date day. This place is so huge, it has street signs on the walkway. I really like how this place is uniquely set up. It's a plant nursery, but it doesn't give those Home Depot plant vibes. Like, it feels like you're walking through an exotic garden. There's art everywhere, there's places to sit, and there was a beautiful lake, and it had a swing right in front of it. I don't know about y'all, but for me, this was a perfect date day. As you can see, I'm a very easy person to please. These are the plants I picked out. Also, if you're looking for some ladybugs, they have a ton here. What I didn't know is that you can get a praying mantis egg. I never knew that was a thing. But the real star of the show was this butterfly and bird encounter. They have this beautiful garden that's sealed and butterflies roam freely. It was so fun. I read too many books, so I was just having a moment feeling like I was in one of my novels that I like to read. But now that I'm watching the footage back, I need to close my mouth before one of these butterflies fly in there. Again, this date may not have been for everybody, but can you see that look on my face? I'm so happy. If you're not a bird person, don't worry. The birds are sealed inside of a different part, but you can observe them from outside their cage. These are not the birds in question, but it was another plus because I really wanted chicken so bad. My HOA won't allow it, but one day I'm gonna have some chickens and be a homesteader. That's my little dream. Okay, bye.
There are 21 more days until my scheduled C-section. I'm 36 weeks and I was definitely feeling myself at the doctor's office. It was all fun and games until the appointment actually started. The nurse did tell me that the doctor had a shadow today and asked if I was okay with the shadow doing this 36-week swab. I should have said no, but I said yes. That was probably the most painful swab I ever had in my life. But the girl was so sweet, I didn't have the heart to tell her she should find a different career. By the time I made it home, hubby saw that my energy was all the way gone. After that traumatic experience, I needed a nap, so he sent me to bed. This man really be having me feeling like a toddler, though, the way he be sending me off. The way I'm getting ready for this nap, you would think I'm preparing myself for an Olympic sport. I did all that to toss and turn for an hour and still not be able to fall asleep, so I decided to go and draw myself a bath. But first I had to reclaim my bathtub from the toddler who runs the house. I love baths. I will forever love baths. And a bath is not complete without something sweet, something salty, and something bubbly. We was in here popping bottles in the the turb, and after I got everything set up just right, I was good and ready to relax. Instead of a book, I got my tablet so I could catch up on the show Summer House. And y'all, when this notification popped up 10 minutes into my bath, I was ready to crash out. But hubby saved the day and ordered dinner, so I'm happy again. Man, these pregnancy emotions are a roller coaster. Alright, bye! 20 more days until my scheduled C-section. Instead of a baby moon, we're having a little staycation at the Grove Resort in Orlando, Florida. Plus, it's also the beginning of spring break for the oldest. If you live in Orlando or you plan to come to Orlando, you should definitely check this resort out. My daughter loved the splash pad, but all she wanted to do was stand in one spot. I think my favorite part so far is the lazy river. It took us almost an hour to convince my son to go on this slide. Y'all, listen to this boy scream. That, and do you see how slow he came out of that slide? I was so tickled. And this one here kept trying to get back in the water. Her and Moana must be related because it was calling her. My son had a flight to catch in the morning for his spring break, so we just ordered in some food. Because one thing we will do is order some food. And since Disney finally released Moana 2, that's what we watched last night. We got everybody tucked off into their rooms, and we was all out.
There are 19 more days until my scheduled C-section, and we spent the day at Disney Springs. But no, it was a very low-key day. We ate some food, walked around, did some window shopping, because ain't nobody got time for them prices. There was a little show going on. Apparently, these are some well-known cheerleaders. I don't know. The last time I was here was almost 2 years ago. I was 9 months pregnant, and my water broke, and I had a baby that night. So this time around, when my hands and feet started swelling, hubby said it was time to go.
There are 16 more days until my scheduled C-section. I was supposed to post this yesterday, but I was tired and didn't post anything. And then I was talking to my mom today and telling her I was too tired to post, and she was like, "That's when you're supposed to be posting. Post when you're tired, post when you're not tired." I guess I have been telling people I want to be a content creator, so here's yesterday's footage. Early in the day, I went to my favorite bakery, have the best Japanese buns in Orlando, and then hubby came home and I asked him if he could get the ladder for me. And then this man gave me a whole lecture on how I'm pregnant and I shouldn't be climbing up ladders. So he said he would do the project that I have in mind, but he had to take a nap first. And then it was pretty late once he woke up from the nap, so instead we just went to the park to get some energy out of this little one. And of course she wasn't happy when it was time to go, and she cried the entire walk back home. Alright, bye!
There are 15 more days until my scheduled C-section. I am now 37 weeks and this is day 1 of collecting colostrum. I tried this my first pregnancy and I didn't get anywhere with it. But this pregnancy, I went into it with research and preparation and I'm so proud of myself. Today, hubby started the project that I had planned for yesterday that he wouldn't let me do. I think it's pretty easy. It's just changing the curtains. But my man said that I am not allowed to climb the ladder while pregnant, so he's doing it. I really just wanted some floor-to-ceiling curtains with a double rod. The ones that I had up before, they were okay for what they were meant for, but look-wise, it just wasn't doing it for me. Here baby girl is looking like she's in a horror movie. And then when hubby finished, I was like, wait, don't leave. I need another shelf on my perfume rack. So he did that for me too. I do love the look of these a lot more than the last curtains I had up. Now I'm just debating on what to put above the bed. Or should I just leave it blank? And then I want to add a rug to the floor, and I definitely need to shampoo these carpets, so that'll be coming up soon. And for dinner, we ordered some food. All right, bye. There are 13 days until our scheduled C-section. Honestly, I feel like I have a lot to do because I have so little time. Next week, I have my braid appointment. I'm ready. I've been feeling pretty good for the most part. Except every day I wake up, my hands are like swollen. I prefer to do voiceovers because I don't really know what to say to y'all in the moment that I'm filming. So today I plan on dyeing the baby bed and I'm trying not to get too ambitious, but I think I might also be shampooing these carpets today. I think that's gonna happen today. One thing I will not miss about pregnancy is the swollen pregnancy nose. Oh my gosh. And so I'm going to get dressed, eat some breakfast, and then work on these tasks so I can be done before the morning ends. There are 10 days until my scheduled C-section. Would you believe me if I told you we haven't picked out a name for the baby yet? We've definitely come up with some options, but none of them are sticking. So if you have a cute, unique boy name, definitely drop it in the comments because we need help. But anyways, I'm planning on meal prepping a few things for postpartum, so I'm cleaning out the fridge to get space ready for that. But these Braxton Hicks won't let me be great. I'm having to stop like every 10 minutes. Everyone keeps telling me to sit down, but whatever nesting bug I have, it's not letting me. The way I'm cleaning this house, you would think that the baby's being born to come do a pass or fail inspection on the house. And of course, when I'm done, I see this. So now I need to clean the outside of the fridge. I don't know what it is, but once it hit like 12 days, it really hit me that a baby's gonna be coming soon, and my ass has been on fire since then. Instead of my to-do list getting smaller, it keeps getting larger because just as fast as I'm checking things off, I'm adding things to it. Finally, I finished the fridge, and tomorrow I'll do the freezer. My best friend blessed me with another god baby last year, and of course she sent me his clothes. So here I am chugging along about to get these into the wash when sciatica. Freaking sciatica. I never had sciatica pains in my first 2 pregnancies. This one, take me out. I got the clothes halfway to the washer and then I quit. I'll try again tomorrow. Bye. My 3rd and last C-section is next week, and here's what I'm packing. It may look like a lot, but hospital rooms tend to be on the colder side, so I'm packing this blanket for my husband because he's always freezing. For me, I have some slippers for when I'm walking about and a tripod stand if I want to do some filming. I didn't bring snacks last time and I wish I had, so this time I'm bringing some snacks. I have a few body armors, some pretzels, protein bars, granola bars, and some gum. Gum is to help get things moving after I've had the C-section and I'm waiting to eat. One of my travel hacks is I keep my toiletry bag stocked with minis of everything that I use on a daily basis. This portable fan and mirror are my favorite for on the go, and they make getting ready no matter where you are so easy. And I really love the organization of this toiletry bag, especially because not only does it hold my toiletries, but also my jewelry as well. For after the surgery, I'm packing these 2 satin nightgowns that are buttoned up, nursing bra, my bonnet, and eye mask for both me and hubby, shapewear underwear. This is my my going home outfit, which is just a loose romper. I'm also bringing some clothes and blankets and a few pacifiers for the baby. I'm packing my preferred nipple balm along with some Silverette nipple shields and also regular nipple shields. I do plan on pumping, so I'm bringing my heating pads. Y'all, why does my husband call these my titty vibrators? Anyway, so now it's time to see if I can be a magician and pack this all into this bag. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm also bringing my breast pump. You may or may not use it, but I always recommend bringing a tablet and downloading some movies or books on it. They give you one of these at the hospital, but I'm bringing my own Perry bottle. I like this one because it's leak proof and portable, so no matter where you are, you can take this with you. These are some supplements that help with milk production that I want to start taking right after surgery. I'm packing a few of these Depends just in case I go into labor early and my water breaks like last time. These are two 10-foot chargers for both me and my husband, and some liquid IVs for the water cup. Forgot to show it while filming, but I'm also bringing my preferred belly band and a boppy. That's everything I'm packing for my third C-section. There are 7 more days until my scheduled C-section. I'm blowing out my hot mess of a head so I can go and get my hair braided. Usually I would braid it myself, but I'm too pregnant and too tired to do that right now. I also refuse to look like I did last time, so I went and scheduled me an appointment. If you're in Orlando and looking for a braider, go see Destiny at All Things Beauty. I was in her chair at 3:30 and I left the shop by 9:40. She had such good vibes and energy. I was so comfortable. By the end of my appointment, I had told her my whole life story, and I'm a private person. I'm so in love with my hair, and I'm so glad that I went and got it done. It'll be one less thing for me to worry about postpartum, so I can just focus on my healing journey. This isn't the end of it though. Tomorrow's my pamper day, so I'll update y'all.
6 days until my scheduled C-section. Meal prep postpartum breakfast to store in the freezer with me. I almost burnt all of the eggs.
There are 2 more days until my scheduled C-section. I don't know what it is about soup, but whether I'm sick or just not feeling my best mentally or physically, there's something about soup that just heals you from the inside out. So with this upcoming surgery, I decided to prep 2 of my favorite soups. I'm not knocking canned soups. They're definitely great for convenience, but nothing is better than homemade soup. I made a chicken noodle soup and a chicken tortilla soup. And these containers are great for storing in the freezer. And because I still can't sit down, I decided to shampoo the carpets. Okay, bye. I just had my third C-section 4 weeks ago, and this is everything I had set up on my bathroom recovery cart. I know a lot of moms like the Frito Boy shorts, but these Depends work just fine for me. The second rack are all washcloths because every day you'll want to clean that incision with a new rag. Showering after a C-section can be pretty intense, so I made sure to have some of these shower steamers on hand to create a relaxable ambiance. Plus, they just add a little razzle-dazzle. In Florida, it's hot and humid, and it doesn't take much to break a sweat. These body wipes are great for keeping that incision clean throughout the day. These 3x8 gauze pads are really great for keeping moisture off your incision. I prefer these over pads because these are thin and way more comfortable. And that's everything I needed for my recovery.